Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Thursday, and today I am here using scraps, and I'm creating a quilter's star. It's a really cool technique, so stay with me, and I'll show you how to make it. All right. Okay, so we all have scraps. So you can just go into your scraps and gather them up. You want pieces of paper that coordinate together. So this actually was, some of it is from the sympathy line. And then what else do I have here? That one was from something. So we have a few here. You need 4 strips. Okay, so I'm going to take this one out. 4 strips. And you need, so your strips are, I would cut them 5. Well, you want them, yeah, I would do 5 by a half. So a 1/2 inch by 5, all right? And you need 4. Now, the reason I chose this one is because I don't have, this was a scrap and this is a scrap. So I'm just trying to use up my scraps. So I thought I would just use this. These all coordinate together, I think. I don't know, we'll see. This one looks a little wide. I might have to trim that one. I could use that one. Yeah, I'll use that one. All right, I'm just talking to myself. Okay, so what you need is a piece of cardstock that is 3 by 3. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a pencil and you're going to draw diagonal lines. Okay, one from point to point and point to point. So these are your registration lines that you'll be using to tape your pieces on, okay? So I found it easiest, maybe I can zoom in here, to put a little piece of tape here and a little piece of tape here on either side of that line. Can you see that line? Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of these pieces and I'm just going to lay it along the line. Okay, now this is not taped here and there's a reason for it. Okay, and then I'll take this one and I'll put this one on the other side. All right, so now it looks like that. So now I'm going to just rotate it and I'm going to put a little piece of tape on this side of the line and on the right hand side of the line. So I have a little piece of tape on the left hand and a little piece of tape on the right. And now what you're going to do is you're going to lay this one down, but you're going to lift this up and over, okay, because we're going to be crossing them. So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lift up this one and lay this one down. So now you have that little cross section. You see that? In the center. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to put a little piece of tape here and tape that side down. And then I'll take a little piece of tape on here and tape that side down. All right? Then I'm turning it and I'm just going to put some tape here, lay that down, and here, and lay that down. Okay, so now it looks like that. All right, now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim off the excess. So just go through all your scraps and put together papers that coordinate. You can make lots of these. And they're so simple. All right. So now it looks like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut 4 little squares. I think this is just genius myself. I thought you had to cut these little pieces on get the tails, but you don't. So what we're going to do is, these are 3/4 by 3/4, all right? So now I'm going to put tape on these. And you just put it in the corner. Like so. And look what happens. You get a little cut. Is that not genius? I thought so. And this corner. Is that not genius? This one I can. I want to put it so that that piece is on the center there. I'll trim that one off a bit. I just think this is just brilliant. Okay, and then this one is going to go here. So you want to line that tip up to the center there. There we go. This one, I'm move that over a bit. There we go. And then I have this one. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? There we go. Is that not the neatest? Now, for some reason, I need to trim this. I didn't have to trim my other one, but that's okay. Now we're going to quilt it. Okay? Quilting is coming. I love this folder. Gorgeous. Blossoms. So I'm putting that in. My 3D folder here. You can use, if you don't have 3D, it's fine. So it's in there. Okay, so now I'm going to put it through my machine. Now, people always ask, what is a sandwich for a 3D folder? Okay, this is mine. I'm using my regular cutting plate, and then my 3D folder, and then look at, I have a piece of cardboard. I have a piece of cardboard and a couple of shims, and that's the only way I can do it. It works, and that's what I use, okay? And now I'm quilted, and there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Okay. Now I'm going to mat this on a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. cardstock. Well, Kim, you're probably not supposed to use cardboard or whatever, but I just needed to make some shims. Normally you would use cardstock or whatever, but I happen to have a piece of cardboard lying around, so that's what I used as a shim. So there we go. All right, so now I'm going to take my card. I'm using a navy cardstock for my card, and it is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this was in my scrap section. So I'm going to put this down. And I also have a white one that I'm going to put on here. So the white one is 4. The white one is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the patterned one is 5 by 4 3/4. And then I'm going to put this on here like so. And it blends in with that. I think it looks lovely. Now, another thing, if you wanted to have this raised up a bit, you could use pop dots, or you can just take cardstock and cut some. So I think I'll do that just to raise it up a little bit. I have some black here. Will that work? Sure. So I'm just going to cut some of this black. And I'm going to cut it 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I think I'll do a couple of them just to add a little bit of dimension to it. Instead of using pop dots or foam tape. Okay, so just to give it a little height. And you can see it just raises it a little bit. Yes, Jennifer McGuire does that. So now I'm going to put this on here, like so. And you can see it just adds a little height to that. Now I have my happy birthday. And I'm going to add some height to it as well. So I'm just going to I miss my blue tape so much. So we'll just add a couple of layers of height to this one as well. And I'll do one more. Now this happy birthday is from the honeybee stamp that I've used many times. And I did order a couple of them. And they have dies to go with them. So And then I'm just going to put this right here. And there's our card. So all made of scraps. You can just whip those up and have lots of fun. So just coordinate. So I've got my blues and my navies, and I'm going to go through and see what else I can find. All right, so now on the inside, I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock. Thought I had one here. To 4 1/4 or 4 by 5 1/4. And then I can put that on the inside. For my personal sentiment. And there we go. Ta-da! I love it. And it's just so slick putting those little corners in. You would never know. And then getting that texture, that lovely texture with a 3D embossing folder is very cool. All right. Okay, this is my last class for 10 days. Whoops. I'm going to post some prior ones that I always like to do and just do a review. Some of you might not have seen them. Who knows? So I will be back in, I think it's the 7th of July. I'm not sure. However, I finished my Bridgerton cards. And I'm going to be cutting and kitting them when I'm on holidays. Okay, so here they are. 1. My fellow crafters. How does it go? I forget. 2. 3. I tried to incorporate gold in all of them. In Bridgerton, the Bridgerton's house has a lot of blues in it. So that's why I chose blues and gold. And then there's this one. And this one. And this one. It's got the pleated front. And this one. And this one. This one's got netting on it. Then there's 8 cards, and you're going to get 8 little bags. And that's the envelope for your card giving. All right, so there we go. They're all going to have little bags. I think they look so pretty. So these kits will be ready when I come home. All right. Okay. So I will see you in 10 days. And I'm sure I'll pop in. Cindy's coming out and we're going to be crafting. She's coming out on Wednesday. So we'll probably see if we can get Facebook out there. I don't have internet at the cabin, but I can use my phone. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.